Hi guys, how are you doing today? So I'm going to do another video for you. It's another story time. I saw that you lot enjoyed my previous story time, which that's good to hear. Let's go back to, I think it was 2009 or 2008 when I was in year 5. That was primary school. We're in year 5 now and we get to meet the new students that are in your class. Luckily my cousin was in the same class as me and my best friend Mustafa. We all started brand new and I was so excited because when you're in year 5 and you get to go swimming with the school every Tuesday, I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited because I love swimming. I should be a merman. We get to meet the class, but there was one guy which was really like annoying from the moment I saw him. He was new to the school and he thought, you know what? I own this class, I'm gonna be the bitch, I'm gonna be the boss. So I was like, oh god, he doesn't know who we are, he hasn't even tried to make friends with us. Next thing you know, a few weeks down the line, everyone starts to get annoyed with him, like he keeps arguing with everyone. I remember sitting in class and he started flicking pencils at me, and I was like, you know what, so we can play that game. So I flicked it back at him. Next thing you know, it hit his face, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I got in trouble, and there was detention staying at lunchtime, and I was like, great. Why do I have to spend my lunchtime in this shitty classroom because of what he did? He didn't get in trouble, I did. So every day has gone by now and I'll just come home like really angry, really upset because me and this guy keep arguing. Oh, luckily he didn't come to school for like 3-4 days. I was so relaxed. Next thing you know, it was PE. And guess who turns up? That guy. I don't know what his name was, but I think he was Romanian, or I don't know, Polish, I'm not quite sure. He was driving me crazy. Like the minute I saw him, I was like, oh my god, my day's gonna be shit. So we're having PE and I got changed. Next thing you know, he goes into the changing rooms and takes my shoe and runs away with it. I was like, how am I gonna get home with one shoe? Next thing you know, it's on the field. So here's me like jogging along with like one foot, like hopping, I don't know what it's called. So I was hopping along till I can reach him. I got my shoe and I said, you know what? I started cussing him. I was like, you idiot, who do you think you are? Shouting at him. Next thing I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the same shit to you. So I went back in the change room, got his jacket, and I went too far with it. So I just threw it in the mud and then got a stick and literally like messed around with it. And I threw it in the bin. Then he spat in my face and I was like, thinking about it drives me crazy. A few days later, he's calm, I'm calm, not talking. I thought, you know what, things are okay now, but I didn't see this coming. I was just about to leave school, walking towards the gates, and I can see like 2 men walking towards my way, and I was like, oh god, I don't know who they are. They look scary, they're like macho, but they look like they've been in prison or something, and they're just like been out on the loose. They come up to me and they're like, are you Sally? And I'm like, no. I was like, what are they gonna do? Why are they asking if I'm Sally? I'm scared now. Honestly, I'm like 10 years old and I'm just like shitting myself. Then I see the guy, his name was Nikolai, that's it. So I see Nikolai running towards, so I hear Nikolai's voice and he was running behind me and it's to his father, that's him, I think that's in the language. He was like, that's him. Oh my god, the dad turned around, pushed me to the wall, took out a knife and held it at my face like this, and I was like, I was in shock. I started to shake, like I didn't know what to do because I thought from one thing to another, it just led from one thing to another. I was scared, I was literally crying. I was like, look, I'm sorry, like there's nothing I can do. I don't know, I'm young, like we get into arguments. But his dad did not listen, and luckily my teacher, Mr. Clark, saw it, and as soon as Mr. Clark came towards me, the dad and his friend and Nikolai ran away. So my teacher took me back inside school and I was just crying, I was shaking, I didn't know what to do. They called the police. I had to like say something, like I don't know, I had to like sit in a room and talk, and they recorded it because I was young, I didn't know if I could write. So after that happened, I was just so scared to like walk like home from school or walk to school in the morning. So when my mum heard, my mum went mad. She was like, no way someone's gonna do that to my son. Next thing you know, my mum takes him to school every day. But not only that, the next time when we went swimming, that little boy tried to drown me, and I was like, oh my god, you still out to get me? Just leave me alone. Ever since then, I've been scared of knives. Like, I'm always be careful where I am. I always like look around just to know who's around me, because anything can happen nowadays. Like, you hear on the radio people getting stabbed, people getting killed, and it scares me because anything could have happened to me that day, and I was literally shitting myself. I think like recently I just like got over the fear of knives. Like, I used to hate using it because I'm like, oh, it was just like a shock to me. But I hope that guy's in prison now, and like, you shouldn't be doing that to someone that's like 9, 10. So guys, that was a quick little story. It was just on my mind, and I thought I should tell you all about it. Please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe and share my video. And I'm going to be doing more storytime videos. I've got so many stories that you lot need to know about. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. See ya. Bye.